probably should be using the camera, shouldn't I? So, there we go. So there's my camera, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo of that. Not particularly interesting, not particularly inspiring, but it does the job. So I've now got that photo in my phone. Eventually. Okay? So all it is that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my Eurasma app. And I'm going to make a very similar template to one I've just shown you using the Chinese newspaper, but this time we're going to use the very handy caterpillar. So, I'm going to press the menu button at the bottom there. It comes up with lots of different options. I'm going to go to the plus button. Plus means add. Yep, good. You know our basic maths. Okay, so loading overviews. I don't want any of the overviews. I'm going to press the device button because I want to get my inspiration from the device. And I'm going to press the plus button and go to my library. It's all backwards, that's no good at all. So I'm going to go to photo, because I want to use a photo. Go to my gallery. Oh, there's some hideous pictures on there. And I'm going to go to the newspaper, which I've already taken. I'm going to give it a name, which is not going to be very good for this angle. Finish. There's nothing worse than a silent classroom when it's it's quite a big image, so it's trying to... Oh, yeah, that's not good. Live demonstrations, never do them in front of people. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the overlay I've already used before. So go to the plus. Go to the library, go to photo, go to gallery again. And I'm going to use the translation which I used for the Chinese earlier on. Some sort of name. I'm not feeling optimistic about this. Live demonstrations. Never do. Okay, right. So, it's a fantastic app. It usually works. Don't teachers always say that when it doesn't work? Right, I'm going to move on to the next one, as that one obviously doesn't seem to want to play today. And the next one, I'm hoping, is going to impress. If it works, of course, because it's a live demonstration. Right, this next one, I've only just recently found this particular app, and it's called Plickers, which is quite an unfortunate name, but that's what it's called. And basically it's a voting system which uses augmented reality to very quickly mark either a survey or a multiple choice quiz. So I'm going to press that one now.
Is it clickers with an S on it?
Plickers. Plickers. Yep. P-L-I-C-K-E-R. Plickers. Oh, S on the end. Plickers.
So
Okay.
something's all trend, you have the Z's on the end.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yep. Anyway, so I've already put in the details of my class. I've got only 4 children in my class. It must be wonderful for those classes to have that kind of thing. And I'm going to go on to this one here. So, Northern Rockers. Which is you lot. Okay, and I've already put 3 questions in there, which are backwards, which doesn't really help. And some tricky questions here. The first question says, the answer is B. Okay, actually quite easy. Second question, the answer is C. And the last one is, sometimes questions don't have any answers. So, I would like a volunteer, please, or a couple of volunteers. Any volunteers who would like to simply come and hold those and wiggle them at my camera.
Come on.
Thank you very much. Right, so if I can ask you to take 1 or 2 of those of your choice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press on the answer is B, and then I'm going to go to the camera button.
6'4" doesn't help.
Right, so there we go. So the gentleman has his card there, and you'll see at the top it has lots of different numbers, some green, some red, and you'll see that the one that is gone green, which is the one that the gentleman is holding, he's now got student B written on him as well. I don't know if you can just about see that. Ooh, there you go, it's too low. So it's got student B written on there, and it's recognised the fact that he has the answer B. If I can ask you, sir, to do the wrong answer or a different answer. Okay, so it's a different student now. Oh, sorry, your fingers are over the black bit, if you can just move it out of here. Right, so again, it's now, he's got it on answer B as well. Now, you can have up to 63, don't know why 63, but you can have up to 63 of these cards, obviously 63 different children in that case. Don't think that you need to have all the children in the shot at the same time, that would be madness. What you do is you simply do that group, do this group, do that group, and it picks up as they go along. And they can even change their answer if they want to, so they can simply swap it round to a different location, and it will pick up that particular answer. So if I can ask you to do something other than B on one of those.
Oh, yes.
So any other answer, and you'll see that it should hopefully, there we go, so I put the answer as B, because the answer is B, and you'll see that now the first one has gone red under the A, so it shows the fact that he has now answered it wrong. And all of this links to a website which then aggregates all of this data. So if you were to ask, for example, out loud, what's the answer to whatever the maths question is, whatever the history question is, A, B, C or D, then it's a really quick way of doing some assessment. So, and it's quite a fun way as well, when the technology works, which this one did just now. So, that's augmented reality, thank you so much. That's augmented reality. As I said, it's still in its infancy, doesn't almost work, but it has huge potential in education. I'm going to show you something which is augmenting the learning which is happening in the class. Now, it's not augmented reality, and it's very similar to the website, to the app which you've already experienced. This one, I love this website, and it actually usually works as well. This one is called Kahoot, and you can get it at Get Kahoot. I'll put all of the links up later on. I'll share the wiki later on, but this one is fantastic. If you don't use any other things that I'm telling you today, you probably won't, then use this one. Okay, so Get Kahoot. It's very similar to what we've just done there with the multiple choice answers. This time, you do actually need a device. So you need a mobile phone, you need a computer, any kind of web-enabled device. Now again, I've already set up some questions in here, so they're not particularly difficult questions, you'll be pleased to know. And I'm going to go to me, because I've already set them up. And I'm going to go to Northern Rocks, and I'm going to go to the Edit section, because I want to preview it, because I want you to be able to see it. So I'm going to go to Edit, and next question, okay, it should be done. Okay, so we're going to play now. That's exciting, isn't it? So hopefully, if you have got a web-enabled device, I do actually want you to play along with this one, if you're willing. So if I press play now, then it should then come up with the details, and this is what would actually happen in class. So it's now, in a moment, going to say, go to this website, which is just kahoot.it. So if you want to go to that, then it should be there for you. Come on, wireless, catch up. Refresh. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to launch it, and all it's going to do is it's going to tell you the details to go to. So as I said, it's going to be kahoot.it, but it also gives you a room number, and it's also going to ask you for a nickname, whatever your name may be. You can put that in there, something funny, obviously it's clean, so it comes up on board. And all it's going to do is it's going to take you through a couple of questions which you can then answer using your smartphone. It's a nice interface, it's really nice and funky, it's all sorts of interesting colours, and my kids just adore this. Okay, so we have a couple of people on there, so, going so fast. Okay, super, so we have 5 or 6 on there. Anybody who's still trying to get in, give you another couple of seconds. Okay, time up. Okay, so I'm simply going to press the start now, and it does have a time limit of 30 seconds. It does also have some dramatic music to go with it, which I think I've got the volume off, but it does have some dramatic music if you wish to hear that kind of thing. So, the question appears on the board, doesn't appear on your screen, so you do need a whiteboard for it. So, does Northern rock? And you have some options there. So you have, yes, north of Watford is beyond the wall and winter is coming. And you have no one, aye, it does pet, which apparently is Northern, I'm told.
Yawny.
Oh, okay, right. More Northern than Essex. Right, so as you can see, it's now brought up the poll, and it does save this on the site as well. So it does have that instantaneous assessment which you can then take away and prove that actually you do just from teaching to your senior management. Right, let's do one more question. Okay, so what is the best rock? And it will come up with some choices. So, stick of rock, rock and chips, Northern rocks, or rock, paper, scissors. And it does come up with how many people have answered there as well. So, if you've got a certain number, you can see how they're getting on. I think we're all done. Okay, and again, you can see it has the results which come up on the screen. So, it's a really nice resource to be able to use, and when we're talking about augmenting your teaching, this is what I'm talking about, other than the augmented reality, of course. So, the adding on of tools to help you teach. Obviously, teaching, you could do it without any tools at all, but you'll be missing out on certain things. Okay, what time are we at?
Is there some background results that show what person is answered?
Yes, so if you go into the Me and go onto the on the spot now. That way. And it is on there somewhere.